Well then, before you blame Putin why he has closed the gas on Europe, you should start reasoning a little bit and start thinking. Who governs you? Your public Prime Minister of a country, European Union. They're the ones who imposed these sanctions, which should have intentionally changed regime, game changer, and ruined the Russian economy. It didn't work. It's ruined the Western economies, European economies. We have high prices for fuel and therefore more costs on that. Things are going to be more costly to transport, which is a general rise widely. But in some countries, these rises have been softer than in other countries. The thing is, these people, these idiots of Europe, Brussels, like all sort of online, and you've got the Americans and all that stuff, they have no solution to this crisis. They think they can win this thing in the end, but it's going to be the people in Europe are going to lose, going to suffer a lot, run a risk of their economies collapsing. For what? For something no one gives a shit. And there's probably political motives and financial motives why they have such a huge interest in Ukraine. All the money throughout these years, 2014 and now, billions and billions of dollars have been flooding into this country. And this only has benefit Ukrainian oligarchies and politicians, not the Ukrainian people themselves. And why we're having such inflation has got nothing to do with the fuel crisis. It's an excuse. It's the governments that continue to print money and therefore creates inflation. Like in the last 2 years in America, the Federal Reserve has printed more than $9 trillion during the pandemic, and then even now. You got people who are living on government aid because it's more convenient so they're getting a job. And the prices will continue to rise and rise. And more of the risk. And long term, you'll have a collapsed economy, widespread unemployment, inflation sky high, poverty, and all those situations which are connected to these things. Obviously, you have the mainstream mass media brainwashing you and your fools out there, like during the pandemic. Everything which they said and wrote, you had believed it. You have fell for it. So Ukraine's just done another distraction of something else. No one really gives a monkey's about Ukrainians in general. Like all crisis, it's just a money-making scheme, which, in the end, we're the ones who are going to pay heavily, not them. And you should ask themselves why these elites and government officials are building bunkers They're waiting for the apocalypse. No. Seeing people are having enough, there's going to be a lot of social uprise, chaos, and anarchy. And I think they know this is coming pretty sooner or later. So they hide like rats underground, not from the apocalypse, from the angry population which are going to go after them. So, my dear politicians, in one way or the other, they're going to get you in the end. And it's going to be your guts for garters. Mark my words for that.